Good afternoon, all, and thank you for joining us for today's match preview with the West Indies head coach, Phil Simmons. As usual, I'm going to ask that if you have questions prepared for the head coach, that you please raise your hand in the Zoom group chat. We will try to go through those requests in a chronological order once you do so. But I'm asking that you please raise your hand as soon as possible and don't let it linger, just so we can have an idea of how long the engagement will be. We are willing to take 3 questions maximum from any journalist at one particular time, and we'd like the engagement to be on the 20 minutes today. So we're going to begin with questions from Lennox Aldred, who will be followed by Akeem Green.
Greetings, Coach. Greetings, everyone.
Hi, Lennox.
Yeah, man. Coach, we enter another series against England. Very proud record we have. We have not won a series here last time, 50 odd years or something like that. How do you plan to protect that record, so to speak, as the head coach?
Well, I think they've been since 1994. I think is the only time, and it's a case of looking to play the cricket that we know will put us in a position to win the series. We've been trying to work hard on all the aspects that we need to get together. 3 grounds, we know them, so we're trying to make sure that we're ready for everything that England can throw at us.
Right. I know there's no Anderson on Broad. We've heard that time and time again. But what I want to ask you, do you think the batting unit can deliver the runs that we know the bowlers can defend?
Well, yeah, that's been the aspect of the little 5-day camp that we have about addressing the fact that batsmen, we need to bat long. We need to make sure that we give the bowlers something to work with, and I think that the camp went well, so I expect good things from them.
Right, and just one more from me. I know both teams pretty similar in terms of personnel. What do you think will be the X factor here?
I think one of the things that will play a part is how well the 2 all-rounders cancel out each other, as in Stokes and Jason. And the other part is how well the 2 captains bat, or how well the opposing team can restrict the opposing captain. So I think that's going to be 2 big factors in this.
All right, Coach, all the best.
Thank you. Can't hear you, Akeem.
Akeem, we're not hearing you. You sound a little bit muffled when the audio.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no Broad, no Anderson. I understand Ollie is going to be out as well due to a back issue. England had a torrid time in Australia. They made some changes with management. Do you think maybe now is possibly the best time to be hosting the English Test team, that there's a mental advantage the West Indies side could take in this 3 Test series?
Yeah, you can call it an advantage, but again, no Broad, no Anderson. We keep harping on that, but when you don't have the experience, you have young fellas who are hungry to make their name, and that is something that you have to guard against too. For me, you can't be looking at that and saying, well, look, that's a big advantage as it is, because then you tend to get complacent and you tend to, get found out early. So we have not been looking at the fact that there's no Broad. We've been looking at who there is, and there's still some quality bowlers in there, which we still have to bat against.
I just want to get a feel of the conditions there in Antigua, and how much that's going to play a factor in whether you guys are going to unleash another pace, a battery against English, which worked so successful in 2019. And what's the feel of the conditions there at Sir Richards ground?
The conditions look as you always have here. The wicket it has some moisture today, but we practiced this morning, so I don't know what it's going to look like by the time we get there tomorrow morning. But it looks like it's going to be a good wicket, and we have to work hard for for runs, but we also have to work hard for wickets. So it looks a good pitch.
Just one question. The last time they were here, Austin Chase would have played that kind of supporting role with the ball in terms of spin. For this first test, there's only Visarion Permaul. Do you think that in terms of maybe a holding role or even an attacking role, that spinning role has to be someone, and they're going to play a big part in terms of how you guys look to get 20 wickets in any test match?
Well, yeah, your spinner will, at least in the first couple of days, will always play that holding role. Permaul has been bowling really well, so hopefully by the time you get to the fourth day, he will come into play and could be a match winner for us.
Thank you, Akeem. We have Jelani Beckles, who will be followed by Alan Gardner, and then Azealia Lawrence of High Stakes Media.
Hi, thank you, Dario. Afternoon, Coach. I just have one question. In terms of our batting, I know you spoke about it earlier, but specifically the top order, Coach. I know the middle and lower order, they have been sort of carrying the weight of the batting for the last year or so. You're hoping the top order could kind of give us a good start this year. Do they have what it takes to give us a better start in this upcoming series?
Yeah, well, I think they do. I think when the last time England were here and we beat England, the opening pair was Craig and John Campbell. So let's hope that's a good omen for us because they're back together and they gave the team some good starts. So that's what we've been talking about, getting a good start and making sure that the top four put things together and not leave it for the, as you said, middle and lower order.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hi, Phil. Just another one. Just another one on the batting, really. Obviously, you've had a bit of chopping and changing. John Campbell's back for this series. There's no Austin Chase. Do you have a clear idea on how you want to sort of balance the side? Maybe that's 6 batsmen and then the all-rounder, or will you be focusing on having as strong a bowling attack as possible?
Well, I think we haven't sat down and finalized the 11. It can go either way. It can be a chance to have the batter or a chance to have the bowlers who usually win games for us. So I think a little bit later today when we sit down, we'll have to make that decision and go either way.
Great. And just on, I think Shannon Gabriel was training with you guys today. He's not in the squad, I think, but are you hoping to have him fit for the series at some point?
Well, we had him here. We brought him here so that we can see where he's at. And for me, he's a lot further on than I thought he was because he didn't play the last 4-day game. He bowled with some pace today and bowled well. So we'll see what happens over the next 4 or 5 days. This team was selected the squad was selected for the first test. So over the next 4 or 5 days, we'll see where he's at while he's training with us. And then we can make a decision on second test. And if not, wait and see if he gets there for the third test.
Great, thanks.
No problem.
Azealia?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How crucial is this series in the context of West Indies cricket future?
All series are crucial in the context of West Indies cricket future because it's a case that we need to start winning series. We need to start compiling a form, if you want to say it, where we playing better in all series, all 3 formats. But this test series is huge for West Indies cricket, as is all test series.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Brandon Corlett will be followed by Gavin Richards.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach. A lot of cricket pundits and former greats are calling for you to be fired. What's your message to them, and tell us about the importance or the significance of this series.
I will answer the second one. The importance of the series is important for West Indies cricket. The series is important for this cricket team and for us as a unit in the way how we play the cricket and to win the series. It's important so that we can start. I mean, this is the first test series in the year and we want to start the year on a strong note. So it's very important for that.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hi.
Right. Okay, I know we have some concerns at the top order, but given what we saw in the last 40 matches with Campbell getting that century, Craig Brathwaite getting that double century, you know, how confident are the guys, or how confident do you think they are heading into this series?
The guys seem to be extremely confident. I think we had a camp about 5 days where we worked on different things. So coming out of that and looking at the last couple of days practice, the guys seem extremely confident and they're all looking forward to it. I think it's a case where everybody today was happy that practice is over and everything and they're ready to start tomorrow.
A word on the bowling, Coach. Most likely, Kemar Roach will probably be the spearhead of the attack. There's no Shannon Gabriel, like you said, but I guess this provides an opportunity for some of the other youngsters to really step up and claim a spot in that team.
Well, that's the thing. As I said it to one of the reporters before, there's no broad, it leaves space for other youngsters, hungry youngsters to come in. And it's the same thing here. Shannon is not there to partner Rochi, so you know, young Seals, Azari, Joseph, Anderson, Phillip, they're all hungry and looking to try and seal a spot in the team. If Shannon gets fit and he's coming back, they don't want to be the one to be left out then. So they'll all be fighting to cement that spot.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Thank you, Gavin. And I want to say thanks to all the journalists that took time out to prepare and ask questions to the head coach today. And Coach, I want to tell you thanks as well for taking time out of your schedule to be here with us.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
Guys, we look forward to the start of the Apex Test Series tomorrow, West Indies versus England. And hopefully our next engagement will be coming after West Indies win, our next press conference, I should say. But we'll be looking to speak to you throughout the test, and we will release information about that via the appropriate WhatsApp groups as soon as possible. Enjoy the rest of the evening, everyone.